All right, and we are rolling. What's going on, guys? Welcome to another video. It's been a while. As you see, the scenery has changed. There's a lot going on right now because we are actually at the new house now. So we just mostly finished moving. There's still a lot to set up. I will do a full house tour on my main channel, maybe in a couple weeks when we finish everything else. There's a lot of stuff that we still need to unpack and put together and stuff. But I'm in the basement. Hopefully it's not too echoey in here. I guess I'll hear on the playback. If it is, then I'll make some adjustments and maybe add the little cloudy things on the wall or whatever. But anyways, to the point of this video, since I did move, I knew I would want a new seat. My old seat was very ghetto. It was basically an old Mercedes seat that sat on the floor next to a very cheap frame, and started off with a Logitech wheel. We're on the Moza now, so I've been upgrading everything one thing at a time. So now we're actually going to review this VEVOR racing cockpit thing. It was less than 300 bucks, and when I say it was less than 300 bucks, I don't mean $299.99. I mean less than 300 bucks, free shipping. I didn't pay $300 did not come out of my account when I bought this thing. So it was less than $300 seriously, and showed up decently quick, like maybe a week. It was 2 boxes. One box was for the seat, and the other box was for the frame. I think the seat showed up first in like 2 days, and the other one took like maybe 4 or 5 days. So but let's go ahead and first of all, let me introduce the thing and show my progress and everything and how I put it together, and then we'll actually drive it. I drove with it for a couple minutes just to make sure, since I did move and everything is at the new house now, I just want to make sure everything still works. I see, audio capture bars and everything going, so I'm assuming the mic works. I don't know if this is a good position. It's kind of weird. I don't have everything set up the way I want to. I'll make some adjustments later, but let's go ahead and let me show you right now. So we are on the VEVOR site. You go straight from the VEVOR site. They have a bunch of tools and stuff, and it popped up as an ad, which is kind of cool. So anyways, let's go ahead and search for driving sim. As you see, I've done it before. Right here on the driving sim, there's a bunch of super cheap ones. This is basically what I had before, just a bar, and it, as you guys saw and noticed, it's not very sturdy, especially with the direct drive wheel. So with the Logitech wheel, it's shaking a lot. With direct drive wheel, it shakes even more. So what I went to, I think the version we can look at this one, the GTA F, which is kind of cool. It kind of has that next level feel. Again, it's off-brand stuff. It's $277, and it's not bad. Like I said, it's free shipping down here, as you see. Also, it's Father's Day, so happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there, including myself. But it looked kind of cool, but it looked a little too stand-up-ish, too upright for me, so I decided to go with a different one. I think this is the one I went with. Yes, this is the one I went with, the RS6. I will leave description in the I will leave a link in the description so you guys can check it out. And it's $289, and it was actually cheaper than that when I bought it, because I actually looked up a discount code. I actually went on Google and typed in VEVOR discount codes, and I actually found another one that gave me like 15% off. You guys can have to Google that, because I don't know if the code still works. I don't know how long that code worked, but it worked. So it was less than $289 after that. I think it was around $275 is what I paid. Maybe $270 after taxes or something like that, but it's a decent, feels pretty good. So as far as putting it together, it wasn't too difficult to put together. Let me show you this other thing why I chose this one too, because I don't want you guys to get screwed and kind of overlook some things. So as you look at some of these other ones, this is the one I was actually going to go with originally, because it's, just looks like it's the sturdiest because it has that support bar right there in the middle. But when I look through all the pictures, it has a weird shifter plate. I'm trying to find a good picture. Right there is probably the best picture. It has a weird shifter plate. I can't zoom in on here. I could zoom in, in editing, but it just has a bar, and I'm not really sure how the shifter would actually mount to that, so I didn't want to take a chance. Maybe it comes with a plate that you attach to it, but again, didn't want to take a chance and be stuck with some stupid shifter bar. non-existing shifter bar. So this one had a good bar on it, like the same bar I had as on my other one, so I knew it would work. So that's why I went with the RS6. So you guys take a chance with that one if you want, but I went with the RS6, and it even has these things to mount triple monitors on it right here on the front. It does not sell them on the website, so I have no idea where to get them. I tried to look up some stuff on Amazon. I can't find them. I probably have to do a lot of Googling and see if I can find a triple monitor setup that actually fits in those holes, or make something myself, which I'm probably not good at. So anyways, but let's talk about this thing. First of all, we're gonna talk about the sturdiness. It is, again, it's $300. It does have a little bit of flex to it. As you can see, I'm moving it right now. It's nowhere as bad as my old one, of course, so it definitely is an improvement. And also, this is like flexing it hard with my hands. But if I'm driving, it's a little, you could probably see a little bit of bounce if you watch the logo or something. You could see a little bit of bounce while I throw it back and forth, but it's a quick bounce, and that's it. And that's probably the longest bounce right there. But again, it's nowhere near the other one. The other one you guys saw in the videos, it was going crazy, especially with this wheel. So, but as far as putting it together, instructions were pretty simple, especially after I realized they were upside down. After I flipped the paper over, then I saw the instructions were pretty much pretty straightforward. Bunch of nuts and bolts, a lot of nuts and bolts. And when I tell you there's a lots of nuts and bolts, when I finished, there were still some nuts and bolts after. But I just basically, they don't tell you what nuts and bolts go where. There's no bags like labeling number 1, number 2, like you're putting a cabinet together or something like that. So I just put them all, organize them and put them all the best kind of organization I could, and then just basically started looking at the paper, trying to figure out what goes where. The hardest part was probably putting the seats on. The seat does have a slider, which is pretty cool, so that also made it a little bit trickier to put it on there, but as long as you just slide the bars out of the way, you can actually fit everything behind there, and it's not too difficult. But putting the seat together, and the seat actually stands pretty firm. The seat is nice. I do really like the seat. It's comfortable. It's super wide. I'm not the skinniest guy in the world, and I have plenty of room in my seat, so it's pretty good. So then after you put the whole thing back together and put it together with the seat, it's actually a pretty solid setup. It's not bad, especially for less than $300. It did, like I said, it does have a little bit of a shake. I noticed when I actually had it together, I started pulling on the edges and I saw it lifted up really high on one side. It had a little bit of a rattle to it, but you can actually adjust the feet on there. And after I adjusted the feet, it got pretty solid again. So there's no more like rattling or anything like that. So it's pretty good. So yeah, and then after that, you just had to go and mount all your old stuff back onto it. There's a good, the base for the steering wheel is pretty big. There's not plenty of room to put your e-brake on there. I have it clamp style. If I did have nuts and bolts, I could do that too. The shifter, again, has a shifter thing that you actually put on separate. That way, if you want to do left-hand drive, you can actually put it on the other side of the base, and that's completely up to you. I'm used to left-hand drive, so I left it on that side. And again, I have a clamp style and a big base, so my shifter fits on there perfectly fine. I have the e-base shifter. It seems to work pretty good. It's just loud, nice and clunky, but it works. It works pretty good. So other than that, when I went to go put the base on there, it does have some preset holes in the base, but they don't work for Moza or anything. So you just have to pretty much make your own holes, but I did that in the last base. I kind of expected that. So after drilling my own holes and use my own nuts and bolts, and I think that's where all those extra nuts and bolts came from. I think they give you extra nuts and bolts in the kit so you can use it to mount your own stuff, but I already had my own stuff obviously mounted to everything else. So mounted the foot pedals with my own nuts and bolts, the steering, everything else. And this is the final product. And also I noticed it was very dark in my basement, and I changed the light bulbs to one of my garage lighting, so a little bit brighter in here now. And but yeah, this is the finished product. I like it. I think it's a pretty cool setup, especially for under $300. Like I said, rigidness maybe not the best. Rigidness I'll probably give it, you know, maybe 6.5 out of 10, maybe 7 out of 10. The other one was like a 3, you know. But adjustability, it's really good. It has sliders, like I said, so you can go really, really close to it. So if you have, you know, if you're really short, then your feet will dangle over the foot plate. And if you pull it all the way back, your feet will barely reach the foot plate. So it's a pretty good base of anybody that can fit in here. I am roughly 6 feet tall, sometimes 5'11". So that can kind of give you a measurements depending on how tall you are watching the video, if you think you could fit in here or not. And I think everybody can. I don't see why you couldn't. And also the adjustability to set the seat back and recline it is pretty cool. It goes up pretty straight up and down, and then also you can recline it and take a nap if you feel it's necessary. So anyways, that is the VEVOR $289 stand, and we're gonna do some drifting so you can see this thing in action. I'm going to, I don't know, I haven't played this game in so long. Let's find a course I want to do. We'll just go to Drift Playground. Drift Playground's always a win. It's always fun there. And let's think of a interesting car, something not too fast. Let's try a new car. Let's see if I can drift this car. I don't think I downloaded these. I don't think I ever drove them. So I don't know. It might work. It might not. I might do good. I might do terrible, but it's not really about my driving skills today. It's about reviewing a $300 base. So so far I do like the look of it. I think it really looks really cool in the room. And again, I have my keyboard on the floor, my mouse is on a table I just put over here for my camera, and I'm definitely gonna make some adjustments to this setup a little bit. It's not terrible, but I don't know if this mic is too far away. I feel like it's close enough, but I can't really bring it closer to me because my shifter is right here. So I kind of have to have it a little bit at an angle. And if I pull it too hard, then it pulls my table. So I think it could work, but oh, I didn't turn my bass on. I'm like, why is my wheel not working? Okay, it should be working now. I feel some resistance. Okay, there we go. All right, let's see how this DWG car drives. Also, I didn't turn my map on, I didn't turn my speedometer on, I didn't turn none of that stuff on. We'll just leave it off for now. But I just wanted to see how this thing feels. Oh, I'm spinning. That's a lot of wheel speed. I might have to bring my seat up a little bit. I'm like barely touching. See, I got adjustability now. See, it's so much better than just having my seat on the floor. I knew I was gonna spin there. All right. I haven't played this game in a very long time because I've been moving. And I've never drove this car before, so give me a second. And let me start to get the hang of this thing. Yeah, I gotta be a little bit softer with this car. All right, we're figuring it out now. There we go. Okay, I got it now. Woo. As soon as I say that, I jinxed it. But you guys can probably see better than I am because I'm looking at the game, but it doesn't seem like it wiggles that much. At least I don't feel it. The other one, I would actually feel the thing wiggling back and forth, and it was really, really annoying. But even when I let go of the wheel, it doesn't look like it goes crazy. So it does feel better. And again, I have some seat adjustability. If I feel uncomfortable, I can let my friends play. Because before, I just had the seat laid on the floor where I was comfortable because I was the only one playing. And now my friends can come in here and adjust seats if they need to. I can let Sam come in here and drive, and she can learn how to, I can let Sam come in here and drive, and maybe she can learn how to drive in Sim, and then we could take her to a track and she can learn. I can let one of the kids maybe get in here. Oldest kid is, he's 15, so he's gonna need his driver's license soon, and these tires are warmed up now. Now it feels good. And maybe he can come in here and maybe I can find some. I wonder if I can find some driving simulator game. You know, not a racing game, like an actual driving simulator game. So maybe he can learn some real life stuff instead of, you know, learning stuff off the driving books and stuff. I'm sure those games exist somewhere. Maybe we can put them on a game. Maybe we could make that some content. But yeah, this base feels awesome. It feels pretty sturdy. Like I said, maybe I'll bump it up. What did I say? 6.5 out of sturdiest? I'll bump it up to a 7. I'll say 7. I've never driven like a next level one or one of those professional ones that are like, you know, upwards of $800-900 to say that this, you know, that it's miles better than this. But for the most part, I wonder if my turbo's up 100%. Let's see. I have to turn the dial, right? No, it wasn't. Now it's 100%. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, I can hear. Oh, I can hear all that turbo now. This thing sounds sick. Well, yeah, we're slowly upgrading, guys. We are slowly upgrading everything on this channel. So now we actually have a good base. You know, that's pretty awesome. Again, we started with a Logitech wheel and an old Mercedes seat. And now we actually have a base. We have a basement so we can make better content. That's not really to make better content, but it just feels great in here, having, you know, a bigger office and stuff. And also, we will make better content because now that we have this stuff, I'm also going to be upgrading my PC. My setup has always been a Ryzen 2700X and a 1070 Ti. Well, I actually bought a used PC off Marketplace that has a 370 RTX 3070 in it, and I bought it for $350 with the whole PC included. I'm gonna take the hard drive, give it to one of the kids because I don't need it, and then I get to have a 3070. So I'm gonna be putting the 3070 in here. It's not in here yet, and also I'm gonna get a 5800X so I can have a better processor. Reason being, I want to have some better graphics. Man, I guess it probably depends on the track because right now I have everything set to maximum, but I don't know if that's probably the maximum this thing can do. But so maybe it'll look a little bit better with a 3070, but also I do want to do VR and all that stuff. So when I do get a VR, I'm probably going to need a better processor for that. And then I know I haven't seemed to have a lot of lag in these games, especially since I do actually record everything in 4K. So I usually get about 80 to 90 frames a second on 4K. Again, it's a 4K TV in front of me right now, and it's a TV, not a monitor, so it only does 60 anyways. And plus on YouTube, you can only do up to 60 frames a second anyway, so I don't really need much more. I don't need to see more than you guys can see, but and then yeah, I remember when I went to the what was that server, the No Hezzy server, and it was like super laggy in there, and I was wondering, my PC was just going crazy and wasn't fast enough. I guess we can hop back in that server when I put the new processor in and see if it's that or it really is the server that's super laggy. Some people said the server was super laggy, but I don't know. Upgrades never hurt, right? And if I do it now, I don't have to do it later. So anyways, I think it's gonna do it for this video, guys. This car is pretty cool. I'll come back to this car one day. And but yeah, as far as this frame, I think it's great, especially for $300. And it's $300 with the seat. That is the important part. I know there's plenty of frames out there but the frames, most frames don't come with the seat for this price. So there's plenty of frames out there that are like $120, $150, but they don't come with a seat. And if you buy a seat separately, you're looking at spending $200 to $300 just in the seat alone. And this seat has sliders. It already comes with the kit for less than $300. I think it's a very great deal. And that's why I wanted to try it. So anyways, I like it. I think it's dope. I think it's comfortable. And can't wait to do some more driving. So that's gonna do it for this video, guys. Thanks for watching. Again, link is in the description. This is not a sponsored ad. It's not a sponsored ad. This is completely unbiased. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Deuces. I will see you. I'm gonna see. Hold on. Let me wait. Let me mess up first. I will see you in the next one. Deuces. Oh. Go up. There you go. Alright, go this way. Alright, turn this way. There we go. Beep, beep. Beep, beep.